Hey folks, Chris here from Hitting the Trail. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Whatever Wednesday. So Whatever Wednesdays is where we talk about pretty much whatever we want. That could be travel tips, hacks, location reviews, or product reviews. And today that's what we're doing. So my family and I, we've been RVing now for almost 3 years full time. And in all that time, we have continually looked for a solar option that would give us the freedom to RV kind of how we want to live, be able to go where we want to live, but without breaking the budget. So if you're looking for an affordable solar option for RVing or even for your home, keep watching. So most solar options, if you're looking for, hey, I want to be able to plug in my computers, maybe make coffee, run the microwave, be able to run the lights without just draining the battery, you need an inverter on your RV, or you need an inverter with a large battery bank, solar panels, or some way to charge the large battery bank. And that gets expensive. So if you want to be able to do all of those things, you could easily be looking at over $10,000 for an installation to keep you running and doing the things you want. But you install that into your RV. If you are someone that is not very good with electrical or doesn't, have the means to pay for that, you might want to look for another option. If you want something that's portable, that can go with you from, hey, I'm selling this RV and I want to be able to bring my solar with me. Or I want to be able to bring my solar capabilities and the generator to my house or to the work site. You may want to look at something like this. That is the Lion Energy Safari ME Deluxe package. Just full disclosure, I did not pay for this. They sent this to me to complete the review and tell you what I think about it. And that's what I'm going to do. So in this video, we're going to talk about the product itself, what you can expect from it, what the capabilities are, and then we'll throw in some video footage of our real world experience and let you know at the end what we like, what we don't like, and do we think this is a viable option for RVers. I think the first concern that most people have when it comes to solar and RVs is the price. This is not cheap, but it is much more affordable than installing a lot of panels, throwing in an inverter, extra batteries on your RV. We are not sponsored by Lion Energy. We are affiliate, so we do have a way to save you some money, so stay tuned to the end and we'll tell you about that. Okay, so let's talk about the Safari ME Deluxe package and what you get with it. You get the main Safari ME, which is a 922 watt-hour battery solar generator with a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. And what that means is you can charge your electrical devices off of this, like your laptops, your iPads, your cell phones. You can run your CPAP off of this without having to worry about it. So your medical devices, you can run off of this as well. You've got 2 AC outputs, 2 USB-C, 2 USB-A, a 12 volt 25 amp Anderson cable output, and the standard cigarette plug. You get that, and you also get a 2000 watt hour expansion pack. So together you're looking at almost 3000 watt hours of power. You get 6 foldable 100 watt 24 volt solar panels that you can use to charge this, and then you also get a 25-foot extension cable for attaching the solar panels to the units. So when you're charging this, you can have your solar panels outside. You could actually run that cable inside and be running the unit, running stuff off of it while you're charging it. Okay, so let's talk about the battery itself. So they use a lithium iron versus a lithium ion battery. And so with lithium iron phosphate, you actually, it's a little bit more stable and you get more life cycles. So this is rated by itself to 2500 life cycles. That's charge discharge. And the expansion pack is up to 3500. So really, together you're looking at over 2500 life cycles. Even if you discharge and recharge it every single day, you are looking at 2,500 days of full usage, which is pretty crazy. So the build on itself is pretty sturdy. It's got some very solid handles on the base, and then this just detaches. It just sits on top. You pull it off, and there are handles on top of it as well. They each run about 44 to 45 pounds, so it's not something you're going to carry together, but you can carry it separate, which is nice too, because maybe you don't need all of this in one day. Maybe you just need something to work for a little while. You want to bring it inside, make a couple cups of coffee, whatever. Just bring the main Safari ME inside. If you know that you're going to be running a lot of things, maybe charging batteries, charging computers, and making a cup of coffee, and it's raining outside, it's just one of those couple days, and you want to have it inside with you, bring them both in. All right, so we have been using this real world for over a month, about a month and a half actually, through multiple Harvest Host sites that we've been to, where we've done boondocking in the past at Harvest Host. We couldn't make a cup of coffee, you couldn't do certain things, and while we loved it, we just didn't have the capabilities to do everything that we wanted. So with this, we have done 4 Harvest Host stays in the last month and a half. We've been able to run coffee. Suzanne's been able to do her hair. We've run the microwave. We've been able to watch TV. And we've really tested out the system and how easy is it to use. All right, so Suzanne is going to make some coffee.
Oh, I'm dying.
So normally when we make coffee when we're boondocking, we have to do the French press. So you have to turn on the oven, get it heated up. So you're using propane, creating more heat inside. Right now, we're just using our regular, like, what is that, like a $15 generic Keurig thing.
Yeah, 20 bucks.
Okay. So what that's saying is if we ran this coffee pot for 2 hours and 41 minutes straight, non-stop, that's how much power would be left.
But we don't do that because it's just making a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's going to make a cup of coffee, you unplug it, and then it's going to jump back up. So what you're hearing that's an internal fan, and when you think about it, right, so a generator is usually, I think it has to be below like 70 or 64 decibels and 25 feet away to be in a national park. But generally generators are going to be pretty loud. Even like your really expensive, you know, your Hondas, the smaller ones, they're still putting off quite a bit of noise, plus you're burning fuel. And right now, fuel's over $4 a gallon where we're at.
So this is a much better option.
Yeah. We could put this outside and dog bone from our 50 down into the
household current.
The household AC current. We could totally do that. And we, you know, if we want to run the lights, we want to be able to run the refrigerator and just the basics. You could do that off of this.
Hot coffee. All right, we got some pulled pork here. We're gonna nuke it. See what happens.
Microwaving and boondocking. Look at that. So we could run this microwave for an hour and a half straight.
Okay, well, we should only need like a minute or two, and then later on we'll heat up the monkey balls and, you know, another couple minutes.
This is actually, it's a lot of fun because you're kind of like, oh, what can I do? I mean, who microwaves for an hour and a half, right? And then we're done.
People that use it like a convection oven.
And it just shot back up to 75 hours. We're boondocking and we have TV. Yeah.
Well, for us that's exciting. Other people, they do it all the time, but for us, we never have TV.
Yeah, so right now we can watch Hinton the Trail on YouTube, and I mean, what else do you need in life?
Right.
So we can watch our TV with the Fire Stick plus charging Corbin's iPad. We could do that for 22 hours straight.
I can use my straightener for like 13 hours.
Oh, this is cool. So it started at 73% this morning after I made coffee and I've been charging one of my GoPros. So every time that you use it and it has to reheat, you'll see that drop. But theoretically, you could run your straightener nonstop for how long?
Like 13 hours
with
a 73% battery.
So you could just line up the ladies outside and have them pay like $5 a person and just do hair straightening?
I could.
The next concern you might have is if you invest all this money in installing a solar kit on your RV, do you really take that with you? I don't think in most cases people do. They may take some of the batteries out, but it's installed. This is portable. You take it with you. So if you're looking for, like, let's say you're just a weekend warrior, you want something that you can take out, go boondocking for the weekend, and then Monday you go back and you want to take something to the job site. Or just have around the house as a backup in case you have power outages in your area. This is a great option. Fill it up, charge it up, take it with you. It's ready to go. And if you're a full-time RVer, it's the same principle. You have the batteries that you can take with you wherever you go. There's solar panels so you can charge it wherever you go. And we'll talk about solar charging here in a bit. Or you could just plug this into the wall and charge it up that way. But you have a reusable source of energy. So what about this versus a gas generator? So a gas generator, like we have a Champion dual fuel 3400. It's able to power our RV with no issues whatsoever. It's a fantastic generator. But no matter what you do, and it's pretty quiet, it's still somewhat loud. And almost every single RV park has limitations. They won't allow you to run your generators past a certain point. National park, same thing. Maybe you can't run after 10 o'clock. It has to be below a certain decibel level. With this, you don't have to worry about that. You can run this 24 hours a day. You can run it inside your vehicle. You don't have to worry about exhaust. You don't have to worry about fuel, changing oil filters, spark plugs. You don't have to worry about any type of maintenance. All right, as for ease of use, as far as setting it up for charging with the solar panels, it's all very, very simple. I have never done anything with solar before. I've never used solar panels or a solar generator. So I found this very intuitive and very easy to follow. So I'll walk you through all those steps next. So connecting the expansion pack to the Safari ME, you just pull this down. There is a 2-part prong with a clip. Just connect it, you'll hear a click. All right, so opening each panel is very simple. Turn the clasp and open that up. Each panel has a leg, has 2 legs. Simply just put it down to the height that you need it at and tighten the screw. So you can set this at whatever height you need based on where the sun is at. I'm gonna put it all the way down. And then you have your Anderson connector here, and this will either go directly into the back of the Safari ME, or it will connect to the next panel in the series. All right, so now I'm going to be connecting, and all you're doing is chaining this together by connecting your Anderson power cords from the output of one to the input of the next. And then your last one will plug directly into the back on the solar charge input. So that's it, you're plugged in. And as soon as we plugged in, the system automatically turned itself on. It's saying time to full is 2 hours and 8 minutes. So let's talk about charging times. This is one of the fastest, if not the fastest charging solar generator on the market. Some of the competitors I went and looked at didn't even come close. So to charge this from a wall regular AC outlet, they state it takes about 83 minutes. Now we did that as well. We drained this down to 0 and I let it just charge, and it was actually about like 85. So that's pretty close. Doing solar, they say it's about 95 minutes in a full sun day. The 2 times that we ran this down to 0 and charged the base unit up completely, we happen to have clouds. So in a cloudy sky, it took 125 minutes to charge this completely. So 30 minutes over what they say it's rated to do. And again, it was cloudy. The clouds were rolling through, the sun was constantly getting blocked, but it still charged really, really fast. Okay, for charging both units, they say it should take a little less than 4 hours, whether it's on the AC charge or on using all 6 solar panels. It took us about 5, just around 5 hours to go from 0 on both of these all the way to full. And again, that was a pretty sunny day. We did have some rolling clouds, but still 5 hours for 3,000 watt hours. That's pretty impressive. And if you are like, hey, I've only got a couple hours to get something charged, maybe I want to go do something today, this allows you to do that. Get it out in the morning, get the sun on it, get it charging up, put your solar panels away, put stuff away, and then go do whatever it is you want to do. You don't have to sit around for 9 to 10 hours waiting for this to charge. The other nice thing is you can actually charge this while you're using it. So you are able to run off the output, so plug something into it while you're charging it. And some of the competitors say you can do that with their products, but it could damage the equipment. I've talked with Lion Energy, and they said we don't have that issue because they use the lithium iron phosphate battery and because of a pass-through system that they have inside. You can actually charge and discharge at the same time. Yeah, let's talk about some of the things that we like about this product. Number one, it's pretty rugged. It's got a nice design. The handles are good. They're strong. They don't feel like there's anything loose in there. Strong handles on this as well. I like the ruggedness. I like the actual shape of it. And I know that sounds kind of strange, but as far as storing it underneath the RV, I've done it a couple different places. So I've done it in the pass-through storage underneath, but I've also done it in that front compartment underneath our fifth wheel as well. So there's been plenty of space to store it. And just because it's shaped like a box, it makes it easier and you can stack it. Another thing that I like is the quality of the solar panels. So again, you get 6 of the 100 watt, 24 volt solar panels with the Safari ME Deluxe package. Each of those weighs about 22 pounds. They fold up and they come with a nice case, which I liked as well. But I liked the fact that they were very solid. I have seen other people with their solar chargers outside, their solar panels outside. A little breeze comes, it tips over. We had these out in quite a bit of wind and they did not budge at all. I also like the fact, like I stated earlier, this is very straightforward and easy to use. When I first got the instructions and I started going through them, I was like, this is it? You know, that's all you're going to give me? But then as I started using it, I realized that's all you need. It's basically plug and play. Turning it on is very simple. So if I want to use the system, I turn on the power. You get your readout of what your complete power bank is at. So we're at 65%, how much time to empty. You turn on the output. It tells you which output, because each output section has its own button. So right now I just turn on the AC. I can also turn on the USB section and the Anderson plug and the cigarette lighter. So you can run them all at the same time. And I think the last thing that I really like about it is the number of life cycles. If I'm going to invest close to $5,000 in a product, I need to know that I'm going to be able to use this for years. And again, 2,500 life cycles, 3,500 life cycles. So you're at a minimum together at 2,500 life cycles. That's going to last you. So I was really impressed. And I like the fact that I think you're really getting your money's worth with this product. All right, now let's talk about some of the things that, it's not so much I don't like them, but I think they could be improved upon. The first is this screen. If you're outside in the sun, it is kind of hard to read the screen. You may have to cover it up, try to shade it to see. I think that maybe using a different material on the screen itself might work, maybe something frosted or something, because this has a very high gloss to it. So the next thing that I'd like to see, especially for RVers out there, is a 30 amp output. I think it'd be fantastic because you could just dog bone your system down and connect it if you're on a 50 amp, or just plug your 30 amp service directly into this, be able to power your lights, your refrigerator, etc. No, you're not going to be able to run this 24 hours a day using everything, but to be able to plug it in instead of having to use an extension cable inside, or dog bone from a 50 to a 30 to the 110, I think it would make it a little bit easier. The last thing that I'd really like to see change, those solar panels that I said are very well built, they are very well built. But the extendable legs, to do that, you have to twist a pin, unscrew it, shift it to the next spot, and screw it down. I think a better option would be like a spring-loaded pin. So you have the support pre-drilled, and all you do is pull the pin and adjust it and drop it. It would make adjusting it a lot easier. Okay, overall impressions. Is the Safari ME Deluxe kit a viable option for RVers? I definitely think so. I think with the quality of the build, the price point, the capabilities that it gives you, the portability, and the life cycles that you get out of it, which is just blows my mind, I think it's a very good option that people need to look at. Don't think that you have to put a ton of batteries and solar panels and attach them and have them in your RV. That may not be the best and most economical way for you to go. And this is another option for you. So let's talk about pricing. So again, we've said this is $49.99 currently on the Lion Energy website. Now, with our discount code, which is just Hinton the Trail, you can save 15% on that. So I'll let you do the math. But that's across the board. You can use our discount code on any products on the Lion Energy website. And I think that even gives you a little bit more incentive to go, hey, maybe this really is an option. If you got any questions or concerns, please just leave a comment down below. If you've used a solar generator and you have any questions, comments, etc., leave them down below. If this video helped you, make sure you give us a thumbs up, hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. And remember, life's an adventure. Hop on.
Thank you for watching. We'd love to share our journey with you, so hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to leave your comments down below and hit the like button.